Namaste everyone. I'm Nisarg Mehta from India. Today I will present our work titled Six Principles in One System, a multi-agent architecture for ethical AI evolution. This research addresses a critical limitations in current AI system. While large language models have become highly capable, their ethical evaluation mechanisms remain underdeveloped. So our work proposed a structured multi-agent framework that transforms the ethical reasoning from abstract to the concept into the operational auditable system. Let me begin by outlining the problem. First, large language models are now deployed across the critical domains such as healthcare, finance, governance. Despite of their ethical behaviors, is rarely evaluated systematically. Second is existing moderation systems are open queue. They functions as a black box, provide the decision without reasoning and justification. Third is moderation is typically binary. Outputs are classified either acceptable or unacceptable without capacitating the complexity of moral judgment. And the finally is no auditability. Discussion cannot be trusted, reviewed, and improved over the time, which makes the institutional governance extremely difficult. Giving this challenges, our objective is to bridge a gap between normative ethical theory and operational AI system. We aim to create infrastructure that is not only principle but also deployable in real world settings. Specifically, we focus on the four goals. First is organizing digital ethics by translating their frameworks, computational logic. Second is generative explainable outputs include the reasoning or along the side decision. Third is enabling multi-agent supporting system through multiple ethical frameworks. And finally, designing a system that governs the governance ready built-in auditability conflict resolution. Our system is grounded in four intellectual traditions. First is normative ethics, particularly from the management of information systems literature, which provides the domain relevant moral framework. Second is multi-agent system, which allows the independent reasoning across the distributed agents and without the centralizing bias. Third is the AI governance, which emphasizes the accountability, traceability, and institutional oversight. And the fourth is pluralistic ethical reasoning. This is critical. We do not assume that single ethical theory is sufficient. Instead, we allow multiple frameworks to coexist, even disagree with each other. This disagreement is not treated as an error, but as a meaningful signal of ethical complexity. At the core of our system, the six principles, each represented by the independent agent. First is the golden rule, which evaluates the reciprocity. Second is the Katian ethics, which traces whether the action can be universalized or not. Third is the slippery slope principle, which examines the long-term consequences and the predeciders. And the fourth is utilitarianism, which focus on the maximizing overall welfare. And the fifth is the risk aversion, which prioritizes the collusion and the presence of the uncertainty. Sixth is the no free lunch rule, which highlights the trade-off in every decisions. Each agent applies its principle independently and ensures the diverse, unbiased evaluations of the system. In the system, architecture is designed to enforce the separation of the reasoning. The process is begun with input which is present multiple independent agent. Each agent evaluates the input based on its assigned ethical principle without access to other agents input, and that provides the anchoring bias and ensure the independent reasoning. And the output presents on the aggregation layer, which is central to the entity systems. And the importantly, system operates the structured data, not raw or text, which ensures the consistency and reproducibility. Each agent produces standardized output from a structured JSON object. This output contains four key components. First is verdict, which can be pass, fail, or unclear, capturing the ambiguity rather than forcing the binary decisions. Second is rational, which provides the natural language explanation grounded in the agent's ethical principle. Third is the harm flags, which categorize the potential risks such as the bias, privacy, safety concern. And fourth is the confidence score, which indicates the certainty of the agent's judgment. And the structure output enables the auditability, traceability, and programmatic analysis. At the aggregation stage, we introduce the concept of ethics chair. This is not a simple voting mechanism. It is instead acts as a meta reasoner. The ethics chair performs four key functions. First is aggregation of all the agents' output into the unified structure. Second is the identification of disagreement between the ethical principle. And third is a example of trade-off, making the competing values and explicit. Finally, it issues the final decision, which can approve, revise, reject. This ensures the ethical conflicts are the suffered and interpreted rather than the surpassed. To demonstrate practical feasibility, we implemented system using Crowd AI multi-agent orchestration framework. The system integrates seamlessly with existing LLM infrastructure without requiring retaining. We provide a simple API called run_ethics test, which takes the prompt output pair and returns the complete ethical evaluation in a live use, involving phishing, email, and generation risk. All six agents independently rejected the output, demonstrating the concise, robust evaluation. To conclude, this work represent a shift from reactive moderation to the proactive ethical governance. We move from the treating ethics as a checklist to embedding within the computational pipeline. And our system ensures the transparency as every decision is explainable and traceable. It embraces the conflict, recognizing that ethical disagreement is inherent in and valuable, and most importantly, it provides the scalable blueprint for deploying ethical evaluations systems across the AI-driven applications. And furthermore, we use this many references to build our research, and this is in front of you. Thank you for listening me. If you have any question, please feel free to reach out to me.